Hey, good morning, everybody. Thank you for clicking on the link this morning and listening to what I have to say. Listen, on Sunday morning in my sermon, part of it was talking about having a private and personal prayer time, and so I'm going to just just kind of reiterate that and talk about that a little bit this morning, just to kind of include everyone else, to just try to encourage you to make sure that you have a time in your day. I'm not talking you have to sit down for 45 minutes, 30 minutes, a couple of minutes every day where you just block everything out and focus on God and talk to Him a little bit. And we need that. Jesus had a lot to say about prayer. And I'm picking one verse, cherry picking one verse from Matthew chapter 6, and it's in verse 6. And Jesus says, "But you," He said, "when you pray, go into your room. And when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly." So obviously this whole verse is talking about a personal and private prayer time. He says, go into your room. Some translations may say go into your closet. Go into your room, shut the door, and that's where you pray. You need to get alone. You need to have a time where you shut the world out and where it's just you and God, and you can talk to God, and God can minister to your spirit, and you can bear your requests or bear your heart before Him. You remember the psalm, I brought this up Sunday, the psalm that says, "Be still and know that I am God." We need this solitude. We need this time to be still. We need time to put everything away and put everything aside just for a couple of minutes and know who God is. So we need to have a time. We need to go into our place. We need to be where we are alone and where we have no distractions. And we need to shut the door. And then He says you need to pray to your Father. Now listen, Father, this has become really a kind of a big deal in my walk with God over the last, I'm going to say, year and a half or so. Jesus' favorite designation of God is Father. Not just His Father, but He calls Him our Father and your Father, He says. So His favorite way to see God, and when we come to God in prayer, we should see Him as our Father. He said, when you pray, pray our Father. And He says here, when you go, pray to your Father, right? Right? Listen, while I may have this sense of submission to my earthly father and a sense of, and when I was a kid, I was afraid of my father. I really was. But it wasn't I was afraid he was going to kill me. It wasn't that I was afraid he didn't like me. I just was afraid that I wasn't living up to expectations. And but I was never afraid to ask him anything or ask him for anything or to let him know anything. And that's the same way I need to be with God. I need to come before God as my Father. I need to bring my requests to my Father. I need to bring my heartaches to my Father, the one who loves me greater than my earthly father ever could, the one who knows how to meet my needs greater than my earthly father ever could. So pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. You fathers want to do everything you can within reason to give your children everything they need and really even what they want. Well, listen, your Heavenly Father wants to answer your prayers as well. So when you pray, go into your room. When you shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. Make 2 minutes right now. God bless you. Faith today. Bye.